Hello, Leo, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your connection to the person that you are dealing with and needing to learn the most from right now. We are looking at all three sides of the connection. We've got your energy toward it, their energy toward it, and the energy in between it. The concept being that there are three sides to every story, so we're looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and this higher level unbiased truth in the middle. This middle section purpose is what is the deeper purpose of the connection and what is the best way for you to move forward in order to align further with your higher self and ultimately attract and create the relationships that you desire and deserve. As I do in every single one of my readings, I've pulled the overall energy and clarified those messages as well as the overall theme for the reading, which we will jump into in just a second, but I still have a different tarot deck we'll be pulling from for each side of this connection, as well as the advice deck that I'll be using to close out the reading in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember that these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. On that note, the whole reading can be reversed. If that is the case for you, that's totally fine and totally normal. Again, the point of these readings is for you to take what helps your situation and leave the rest. All right, Leo, on your side of this connection, you have stand your ground with the Judgment in reverse. All right, Leo, we're just going to jump right into it. When it comes to this connection, I feel like you have a tendency to look at things a little bit through rose-colored glasses. I feel like you see the good in this person, and that's fantastic. You know, we should always try to seek the good out in everybody, but it almost is to the extent that it's made it hard, or it did for a while make it difficult for you to stand your ground or set boundaries or be honest about how the connection was making you feel, because you were kind of looking at it through those rose-colored glasses. Now, I feel like this is important because maybe you're like, no, I'm over that. Like, the illusion's been broken. For some of you could still kind of be stuck in that energy, but some of you might be like, no, the illusion's been broken. I see things clearly. But I feel like it's important. It's an important message because this person there will be a return with the Sun in reverse. And so I do feel as if this connection is either in separation, we're talking about a past connection, or one that has recently kind of ended here. And I feel like why it is important that you make sure that you stand your ground and do what's best for you is because I don't feel like this person's coming in all that right. With the Sun in reverse, that can be an energy of kind of coming from a place of ego. Maybe a place of needing validation to know that you're kind of still there, or that they still have an effect on you. I don't know. I don't like this energy. Obviously, this is just overall energy, so I have no idea, what's really going on below the surface yet. But the overall theme of the reading is karmic path. So there is something karmic going on here, and something that I feel you need to be aware of when it comes to this person. Now, in between this connection, you have it is for the higher good, with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So the way that I view this is that something in this connection is happening for the higher good, for you, for this person. And what you need to know is that when all is said and done, you are going to have what it is you need. Because I feel like, I don't know, I kind of get the vibe, Leo, that you have a little bit of a weak spot for this person, or they know just what to say, or just how to make you feel bad for them or have empathy for them, or whatever the case is, which is kind of where I don't want to say you lose your judgment, because I do feel like you have like a head on your shoulders. I feel like you do your best to kind of come from a grounded place, but I do know, and I'm aware of how easy it is when you kind of have a strong connection with someone, or you have that empathy, you have kind of that understanding for them, how your judgment can be clouded. And you can be like, well, maybe it wasn't all that bad, or, they didn't really mean it, or, they weren't trying to hurt me. They just, they have a past. And we start to kind of justify other people's actions. And I feel like, I don't know if that happened for you in this connection or not. I feel like it kind of did, though, or a similar type of energy here. But let's see. Let's jump in. Let's start, Leo, with your side of this connection. Stand your ground with the Judgment in reverse. This is Leo's side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. This is Leo's side of this connection. One more. Leo's side of this connection. What does Leo need to know about their energy toward this person? The Lovers. Okay. So here's the thing with this person. You could be dealing with a water sign just because I see the Queen and King of Cups, but you don't have to be. I just feel like this person really gets you, for lack of a better phrase, like in your feels. Like they hit you in your heart. This Lover's card can feel as if maybe you feel if this person kind of matches your energy, like soulmate energy kind of ordeal. Or you feel like, I don't know, I just ultimately feel like you have a lot of feelings for this person, or you did, or again, it's kind of like you have a soft spot for them. You have a little bit of an empathy for them, and maybe the way that they've handled things in the past. And there's a need to make sure that, don't let that cloud your judgment. You know, we don't ever want to confuse the way that somebody makes us feel with the way that we feel about them. You know, when you can feel, you know, big feelings and big emotions about them. But if they're making you feel bad or lonely, or if they've done you wrong too many times, you don't want to justify that behavior with, oh, but I really love them, or I've never felt like this before. Because when we do that, we are pretty much telling the universe that in order for us to experience those good feelings and love, there has to be an aspect of suffering associated, and that isn't true. Hope that makes sense. Okay, Leo's side of the connection. What does Leo need to know? So, yeah, I definitely feel, I definitely feel like you've got a soft spot for this person, or at least you did in the past. High Priestess with the Page of Cups with the Six of Cups. Like maybe this is talking about the connection between you in the past, and maybe you did have a soft spot, but now you don't anymore, but you're needing to be aware of it because of the return. Maybe like when you come face to face with the person again, or if they re-enter your life in some way, or if it's a return of someone with a similar energy. You know, you don't want to repeat that karmic cycle. Your intuition, your higher self, your spirit guides here, because High Priestess with the Page of Cups, this is interesting because this is like higher self guidance combined with like this is like spiritual guidance, divine messages combined with Six of Cups. So your spiritual team has a message for you regarding this past connection that's really important. A message regarding the past in this connection that's important, going to be important for you to know moving forward. So that, what is that message? Or maybe it'll unfold throughout this reading, but Leo's side of the connection. So something about the past here is important moving forward. Leo's side of the connection. What does Leo need to be aware of? Ooh, okay. Emperor in reverse, Page of Wands. Okay. Kind of a loaded message here. So I feel like there was a lot of disappointment in this connection. Maybe there still is. A lot of feeling let down, a lot of this person making you feel not so great. Now, again, I feel for a long time you either did or have justified that behavior. Again, by having kind of empathy, understanding of this person or their actions. And what you need to be aware of is, well, first of all, that, making sure that you're not, clouding your judgment with rose-colored glasses. But also, I feel like this person has some manipulative tendencies. I'm not going to lie, with the Emperor in reverse. in this Page of Wands, it's almost like controlling tendencies, manipulative tendencies, maybe really good at telling you what you want to hear, or kind of keeping you in the loop. And I said, or keeping you on the hook, but I said this with this person's energy in the beginning that I didn't like it. And now they're coming out as the Emperor in reverse here, kind of some controlling, manipulative tendencies here. So needing to be, that's why I feel like it's so important to stand your ground and to make sure that you're listening to your gut and you're listening to your intuition over like your emotions. Because when emotions are flying and hormones and, you know, chemicals in your brain are flowing, it can be really easy to mistake that for your intuition. And so you kind of justify someone's behavior, you let them back in, or you think it'll be different this time, or whatever the case is, and you keep yourself stuck in a karmic cycle. And I feel like that's what happened with this person. So there's this aspect of this connection that you're needing to be aware of, because you have, there will be a return with the Sun in reverse. So the universe is literally saying you will be face to face with this energy again. Whether it is in the form of this person or somebody else, you will be face to face with this energy again. And it is important that you are aware of how this connection went down in the past, so that the cycle doesn't repeat. This person's energy toward Leo. More this person's energy toward Leo. There will be a return, the Sun in reverse. Oh, okay. That's a contradictive message. Contradicting message. There's the Sun in reverse. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. So here's what's interesting. They want another opportunity with this connection. But they're still running from it. It's almost like they want it, but they don't like really want to commit to it, but they want to keep you around, but you know, they don't really want to give you everything they have to give. That's why I don't like it. That's why they're coming from a place of ego. It's like they want to know they still have the option. They want to know the option is still there. It's that controlling aspect. I don't like this person's energy towards you very much, Leo. I think you're needing to be aware of it. This person's energy toward Leo. I don't know. I don't like it. This person's energy toward Leo. What does Leo need to know about this person's energy toward them? They want an opportunity, but yet they're running from it. They're coming from ego. They're not coming from a place of love, or at least not unconditional love. This person's energy toward Leo, which is definitely, I feel, what you've showed them. Could be dealing with an earth sign. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. You don't have to be. Okay. This person isn't. They're coming from a deceptive place. And then with the Queen of Pentacles here, it's like, to me, like being deceptive about their situation, I don't know what that means. Coming from a deceptive place. I don't like it. There's a lack of honesty here. There's a lack of like authenticity or being genuine in their connection. It kind of feels like this person is approaching this like a game. It's very calculated. But there's a reason why the universe wants you to be aware of this. Because, again, you have a weak spot for them. This person's energy toward Leo. Yes, see, here it is. There you are. They still don't know what they want. That's the biggest thing. They still have no idea. Because, yeah, there's the Emperor in reverse, right? Which we kind of talked about over here. It's like they still don't know what they want. They, like, here you are, Empress, Ten of Cups, right? They see this potential in the connection. They see what this could be. There's no doubt about that. I feel like they see the possibility of this connection, but it's like they're not, because here you are, Queen of Wands, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. It's like they see that. So they don't want to lose it completely. They don't want to lose you completely because of that potential that lies there, that possibility, but they don't want to commit to it. They still don't know what they want. This is very childish energy. I'm not gonna lie. Now, it could just be maybe maybe they're younger than you and they aren't ready to settle down. I don't know, but the way that they're approaching this connection is wanting to have control over it. It's like they want to know you're still there. They want to know that they can still affect you. It's very energy vampire coded. And like, I'm not trying to sit here and just trash talk this person. Like, obviously there's a reason these messages are coming out as they are here. I don't know what that is. Because, yeah, they don't know what they want. They know they don't want, like, to, like, lose you. They want the control. They're not being honest. They're coming from a place of deception. Okay, let's keep piecing together this story because this is interesting. All right. Leo, let's get more for your side of this connection. Leo's side of the connection to the person they're dealing with. I can tell you with 100% certainty that you deserve someone who comes the right way, who comes with changed behavior, with an apology, with accountability, with, commitment, with honesty, with vulnerability. You deserve that, okay? So I don't want you to think that that's not possible. Because remember, in between this connection, you have, no matter what happens, you're going to get what you need. Let me just keep going. Leo's side of this connection. Leo's side of the connection. The Hermit. Oh, okay. The universe is, because there you are again, Queen of Wands, Hermit, Seven of Wands in reverse. The universe is asking you to do a little bit of reflection here in how you have let this person consistently cross your boundaries, because you have. And you have because you have these intense feelings for them. It doesn't feel like you're receiving the kind of love and respect that you're giving this person. I'm not saying this person doesn't respect you. Keep in mind, people can only love and respect others to the extent that they love and respect themselves, right? So someone not respecting you is very much a reflection on them, not on you. But I just feel like the universe is asking you to kind of shine a light on how, like, maybe how you let this person cross your boundaries, or how you weaken your boundaries, or kind of let this person get away with more than you would typically let someone, a connection in your life, get away with. And kind of get honest with yourself about that. Because I can tell you with 100% certainty, again, I can't guarantee what's going to happen in the future, right? That's not my MO as a reader, but I can guarantee that anything that requires you to lack boundaries is something that is not meant for you, okay? And there's a need to be honest with yourself about the aspects of this connection that has required you to lack boundaries, to be quiet about your needs or lower your standards for how you're treated or how someone shows up or what someone provides you with. Like making sure that you're being honest about whether or not you're getting or did get what you needed from this connection, or if you were justifying the lack of getting what you deserve because of the feelings you had for this person. Because that is when, again, you start to confuse how you feel about someone with how they make you feel. And how someone makes you feel is way more important. Do they make you feel loved, respected, heard, valued? You know, do they make you feel the way that you are trying to make them feel? Or do you feel a strong connection to them so you're okay with lacking those things? Which in that moment, you're basically saying, in order for me to experience love, I have to have my boundaries crossed. I don't get to have my needs met. You know, or I have to sacrifice an aspect of myself for the sake of it, which is never true. Leo's side of this connection to this person. This is so interesting. I don't know. I don't like this person's energy towards you here, Leo. Leo's side of this connection. Whoa, Ace of Swords in reverse. Lacking clarity about the karmic aspect. There's a karmic aspect of this connection that I don't know if you're fully aware of. Because with the devil here, there's an attachment. You have an attachment to this person. Now, when we have an attachment to someone, we come from this place of I need you or I need this connection, otherwise I'm not going to be happy, healthy, safe, abundant, whatever the case is. And when we give someone that power, we will stop choosing ourselves and putting ourselves first and start prioritizing the connection because we've placed it on a pedestal. We have now made that person and that connection more important than ourselves. This happens a lot with this whole twin flame concept, where people think that when they label someone as that, they put that person on a pedestal and they make the connection more important than themselves, which is literally the opposite of the purpose of those connections, which is to teach you how to prioritize yourself and love yourself more than the idea of another person. And so what I'm gathering with this is there's this need to be honest with yourself, and that's the first step in any kind of growth is that radical level of honesty, which is not easy because you kind of have to face some things that you don't want to face. And trust me, I've been there. I do it every day. About how you have allowed this person to not treat you all that well because you think that you need the connection. Or how you've placed this person or this connection on a pedestal to the extent that this connection has become more important to you than your own needs, desires, mental, emotional well-being. Because if you're loving someone unconditionally but not loving yourself unconditionally, then your unconditional love is incomplete, because it has to be directed towards you first. And that is when you know that a connection is meant for you. If you are doing what is best for you, if you are loving yourself unconditionally and acting in that capacity, saying no to what doesn't align with the energy that you have to give, setting boundaries in association with mistreatment. If you are loving yourself unconditionally and you are dealing with another person who is doing the same for themselves and that connection works, that is literally a sign from the universe that that connection is meant to be in your life. Anything that is lost because you set boundaries or choose yourself or speak up about your needs or be honest about what it is that you require in your connections, anything that is lost, any person that makes you feel like you're asking too much, or like your standards are too high, or whatever the case is, that is a sign from the universe that that person is not capable of matching your energy. And it's not a reflection of your value. It does not mean that you are not valuable or you are not good enough for what it is that you desire. It literally just means that that person can't give you what you need. And sometimes we think that because we feel so strongly about someone, and especially this can kind of be that danger with this a kind of, I was going to say obsession, but like with the twin flame connection concept, is that people start to believe that the person that they think is their twin flame, or believe is their twin flame, or even is, I'm not going to say they're not, they start to believe that since that is the case, they must do everything in their power to make that connection work, including sacrificing the love for themselves in the process. And that right there is going to do more harm than good in the end. And so I don't know, I just feel like you're needing to be kind of aware of the way that this person has had an effect on you, which has caused you to kind of cloud your judgment a little bit. Because as you move forward through life, you have to learn to trust your gut over your emotions. And that's a really difficult thing to do, but learning to do that is how you attract the people that are here to love you. All right, Leo's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Yeah, see, there's that lack of honesty. It's like you're not wanting to be honest with yourself about how this connection makes you feel because you care so much about this person. Because this connection has brought a lot of sadness into your life. A lot of disappointment, a lot of grief. And I don't doubt that you have a lot of love for this person, but I feel like you're not seeing them through the lens of clarity. You're seeing them through the lens of clouded judgment, of rose-colored glasses, which is, again, seeing the best in people is such a good thing. We should absolutely have unconditional love for everybody that we cross paths with. This world needs more of that. But what the world is ultimately lacking is the unconditional love, that same unconditional love being given towards ourselves. I mean, our life is a reflection of the relationship we have with ourselves. If we are not giving ourselves the kind of love we seek from other people, we are never going to find it. And that's where so many people confuse unconditional love with unconditional tolerance. And they're two completely separate things. You can love someone unconditionally while not tolerating their behavior. You can forgive someone without accepting that person back into your life. There's a balance there. It's not so black and white. I hope this is making sense, because this is definitely a very important message for you, Leo. This person's energy toward Leo, because it's very obvious that this cycle has been very painful for you, and the universe doesn't want you to repeat it. This person's energy toward Leo. And ultimately, the universe wants you to know that it can get better than this kind of treatment. Okay, what does Leo need to know about this person's energy? They haven't made any moves. Knight of Pentacles in reverse with the Two of Swords in reverse. Stagnancy. They haven't changed. Nothing's different from the past here with the Six of Cups. Nothing's different. So if this person came back into your life, it would just be the same. Nothing would change. The outcome would be the same. And so that's where you're needing to be honest with yourself about what it is that you need and what this person is capable of giving. And understand that what you need and what you desire in love is what you deserve and what is possible. But I feel like you've spent a lot of time kind of accepting the bare minimum that this person has to present because maybe you think it's as good as it can get. Sometimes I see a lot of comments where people will be like, well, I've never felt this way before. And I get that. I've been there. In strong connections where I've been like, wow, I've never felt this way about another person before, which has caused me to sacrifice a lot of what I would usually require in connections because of those feelings. But what we also need to understand is that first of all, our feelings aren't the end all be all. We never want to believe everything we think and feel. And second of all, which doesn't make them any less valid or any more valid, any less valid. Yeah, they're still valid. Your feelings are valid. Doesn't mean they have to be truth. But second of all, just because something is as good as it's ever been for you does not mean that's as good as it can get. You can have strong feelings for someone and still feel, or still have them match your capacity to love and to give and to understand and to communicate all the things that you might be missing. So understand that you can have both. You can have strong feelings and be treated well. You don't have to sacrifice one for the other, but I feel like sometimes we feel like we do in a way for some reason. Meaning that it's going to stem from somewhere. Always starts in childhood. All right, this person's energy toward Leo. So this person hasn't done any growing. Everything has stayed the same. So if they return and you fall back into a pattern with this person, nothing's going to change. That's why it's so important that you stand your ground. This person's energy toward Leo. Whoa. What does Leo need to know about this person's energy toward them? Okay. 2 of Cups. 3 of Wands in reverse. This is what's complicated about this, is I do feel like they have feelings for you. I don't, yes, this person is playing games. I don't feel like they're just, using you necessarily. I feel like their ego's running the show. Their ego's making the decisions. And their ego is going to, do what it can to maintain control, because that's the ego's whole thing, is control. So this person might have feelings for you, right? They might love and care about you, but somebody loving you and somebody knowing how to show up for that love are 2 very different things. Someone loving you and someone knowing how to love, 2 very different things. And so there's a need for you to recognize that just because someone loves and cares about you doesn't mean that you're obligated to give them chance after chance after chance. Okay? Everyone deserves a second chance, 100%. Give everyone a second chance. But when you start giving out 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, millionth chances to someone or to people in your life, that's where cycles are created. Because that's where you're no longer giving someone a chance, you're enabling their behavior. And that is where the difference lies. And so this person has a tendency to very much play it safe in love. They love you, they care about you, but they have literally no idea what to do with that. They haven't developed the emotional awareness, the emotional intelligence, the level of vulnerability necessary and required to create a healthy connection, to create the kind of connection that you're seeking. And I think that we kind of get ourselves into sticky situations when we get to a place where we're like, oh, I'll take what I can get from them because I care about them so much. But no, you don't. That's not how you should approach things. You should approach things from a place of, it is an honor and a privilege to be loved by me. And in order for other people to be able to experience that, they have to show up with the same energy for me. And that sounds very selfish, right? If you're not used to that, you're probably like, oh, that's kind of selfish. Or that's conceited to think that way, but it's not. It is an honor and a privilege to be loved by you, Leo. And when you learn that your energy is valuable and precious and deserves to be reciprocated, you stop accepting bare minimum, because you do start to realize it is an honor and a privilege to be loved by me, and I deserve that same kind of love back. And there's nothing wrong with showing up with your life from that place. In fact, when I learned that, that's when I was able to attract the love that I'm truly deserving of. And my current partner, who is hands down the love of my life, I never even thought the kind of love I get to experience in my connection with him was possible, because I spent so much time accepting the bare minimum. And so sometimes we don't realize how we kind of block ourselves from receiving what it is that we desire ultimately, because we think that something is as good as it can get. All right, this person's energy toward Leo. I'm not saying this connection is doomed. I'm just saying this person's got a lot of growing up to do. I don't feel they're like I said, it's kind of a childish, immature energy. They're coming from a place of ego. They still don't really know what they want. But yeah, okay. This person's energy toward Leo. Now pay attention to their behavior and how they make you feel, not their words. Words don't mean anything if it is not backed by behavior. This person's energy toward Leo. Oh. Interesting. There's the emotional unavailability. 6 of Wands, 9 of Swords, Page of Cups in reverse with the Temperance in reverse. This connection makes this person feel a little insecure, which is, I feel like, what strikes their need for control is because they, when feeling insecure is within itself feeling out of control, right? When you feel insecure, you don't feel like you have control over what happens to you. And I feel like, they're coming from, the Page of Cups in reverse, emotional unavailability here. This connection kind of frustrates them, like it frustrates them in the way that they're affected by it, which is why they seek out that control and why they want to make sure that, like, you're still as affected by this connection as they are, because it makes them kind of feel better about themselves. I don't think this is a bad person. I think that this is immature love. This is an immature approach to love. And I can tell you with, again, I feel like I've said 100% certainty 3 or 4 times in this reading, but I can tell you with 100% certainty that you deserve someone who can match your capacity to love. This is a very immature approach to love, and that isn't fair to you, and nor should you wait for this person, feel as if you need to wait for this person to grow or heal or evolve in order for you to be loved. I promise you that there's more to this life than one single person loving us, and we have to be willing to see that in order to actually experience it, which is challenging. But remember, there's something karmic about this. You've kind of been stuck in a karmic cycle with this person, or maybe with people of a similar type. And that's I saw once, it was like, you don't have a type, you have a pattern. And sometimes we have to take a look at that and be like, oh, that's where we get into, like, all men are the same or all women are the same. And it's like, no, you have a tendency to attract the same type of person because there is a deeper karmic cycle associated. And so that's kind of a lot of what this reading is talking about. Maybe it's talking about one person in particular. Maybe it's talking about many different people. But all right, we're going to hop on over to the extended. It is for the higher good with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Thank you so much, Leo, as always, for your support of my channel. I obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, Leo, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. We're going to hop, like I said, on over to the extended, looking at deeper purpose of the connection and best way for you to move forward in order to align further with your higher self. All right. Thank you, Leo.